The Friday Parlay is back. We got 4 best bets. Let's dive in. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I got some mixed emotions today. I'm excited. The Friday show is one of my favorite. We bring back the parlay. We got best bets. We got the hitter, the pitcher matchups. But I hate bullpens right now. It is unfreaking believable. They should actually be called bullshit because they suck. They're letting me down. Here's what's happened in the last 3 days. Let me just go over this real quick. I'm just going to rant before we get in. Rangers blew a 6-run lead. We all know that a couple days ago. Pirates blew a 5-run lead and lost. Now let's talk about today. How about the Braves being up 4-0 in the ninth inning against an awful offense in the Marlins, and they lose 5-4. I'm not done. Angels up 5-0 on the Oakland A's with Shohei on the mound against the A's. He hits batters, gives up 5 runs. Okay, now we're tied. Angels go score 3 more, go up again, 8-5. They give up 2 runs at the end of the game, 8-7, -1.5 loses. I got no words, guys. The luck is going to turn around. I know it will, but man, oh man, was I irritated. That's right. You know what? We're going to take a deep breath. We're going to woosah. We got this. It's Friday. Now, you guys are smashing that like button. Keep it up. I appreciate the support. Ton of new subscribers, lots of views. Let's have a huge one on Friday. We're going to have a big one. I feel a good night coming on. Leave a comment like you guys have all been doing. It's really helping us grow, helping other people see the video, all that kind of stuff. So if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Appreciate the support. All right. Now, real quick, good hitter matchups, good pitcher matchups. I got 4 best bets and then that Friday parlay. We hit the last one on Friday. Let's try to make it 2 in a row. But let's start with the best bets recap. There it is. Yep. You see it. I don't even want to talk about it. Braves, you suck. 4-0. AJ Minter, you blew it again. You suck. Over 8.5 Cardinals and Giants. Well, the Cardinals did their trick. They did their job. They're 6 runs, and I think the Giants had 0. So thank you, Giants, for not being able to hit a right-hander that can't even pitch in college. He was been so bad this year. Anyways, Pirates plus a half in the first 5. That was a nice winner while I was at the gym this morning, but that was about it. Ohtani 8+ Ks, and then the Angels absolutely blew it. Ohtani hit the 8+ Ks, and the Angels did what the Angels did, like I just talked about. 1-3. It's been unbelievable, guys. I mean, we should easily have 2 straight winning days. Huge leads in the end of the game. I am not going to have many bets that include bullpens, let me tell you. But 60-54 in the year, up 2.77 units, still up on the year, even with all this terrible luck. But that's right. No more complaining. It's time to turn it around. Let's start with the good hitter matchups. All right, here we go. We got some good hitter matchups for you today. Let's start out with the first one. Anthony Rizzo, 11 for 27 with 1 home run versus Jacob deGrom. That's a little surprising. I wouldn't recommend any hitters versus deGrom, to be honest, but he's had a good matchup so far. Evan Longoria, 11 for 34 with 2 doubles and 2 bombs versus Kyle Freeland. We got another one with Kyle Freeland. Ketel Marte, 11 for 34, 4 doubles and 1 home run versus Kyle Freeland. That game's in Colorado too. You know what happens there. Fourth one, Jeff McNeil is 10 for 27 with 3 doubles versus Max Fried. These aren't just unbelievable numbers, but I mean, these are pretty good. Well, at least Max Fried is a good pitcher, deGrom. So these are pretty impressive. And then the final one, my boy, the polar bear, Pete Alonso, 9 for 32, 1 double and 2 bombs off of Max Fried. So those are the 5 best ones I found. It's not outstanding, but you know what? That's the best we got today. So I have 5 pitcher matchups, and that starts right now. All right, here we go. Best pitcher matchups for April 28th. I got 5 of them for you. Here we go. First one, Pablo Lopez for the Twins against the Royals. Royals, 4th highest K percentage versus righties. Pablo Lopez, 39 Ks in 30 innings. He struck out 8 Royals on opening day. Second one, Grayson Rodriguez versus the Tigers. That game has 2 Rodriguez's in it, by the way, facing off against each other. Tigers, 5th highest K percentage versus righty. Grayson Rodriguez, he is a rookie. He has 25 Ks in 19.1 innings, and he had 6 Ks his last time out versus the same Tigers team. Number 3, Marcus Stroman of the Cubs versus the Marlins. Marlins, 8th highest K percentage versus righties. Stroman, 30 Ks in 29 innings. And this is going to be Stroman's best matchup of the year, K-wise. I mean, he's only faced one team that's been in the top 10 of highest strikeout rate versus righties. So, number 4, Jacob deGrom. I mean, we got to include him, right? He's going against the Yankees. 6th highest K percentage versus righties. That's not a good thing to have. deGrom, 43 Ks in 26.2 innings. As elite as it gets right there. And then the final one, Tyler Anderson versus the Brewers. Brewers, the number 1 highest K percentage versus lefties. And Tyler Anderson, 11 Ks in 20 innings. Now, that's not good at all. but there's still always value to be had. So if this line is super low, it still might work to get a few Ks. But like I said, I mean, he's getting one pretty much every 2 innings, the opposite of DeGrom. But it's still, that's his best matchup. It's the Brewers, so you never know. So those are our best five that we found, and I'm ready. Let's dive into the best bets. All right, here we go. Bet number one on a Friday. Kansas City Royals at the Minnesota Twins. Twins money line a whopping minus 255. KC money line plus 215. Over under of 7.5 runs. I'm going to tell you one thing before I tell you my best bet. No freaking bullpens are involved in this bet. Okay, you're going to see a theme today. All right, here we go. Pablo Lopez over 6.5 Ks at plus 125 is my best bet in this game. We talked about it earlier. Royals' fourth highest K rate versus righties. Lopez, 39 Ks in 30 innings. Here's what he's done in his 5 games: 6, 7, 10, 8, 8. He's gone over this in 4 of the 5. And that 8 that he had earlier this year was against the Royals, like we talked about. So I just need 7 at plus 125, something he has done 4 of 5 games, and he's got another good matchup. I like it. I don't usually like to tail people that have already seen the pitcher and all that, but Pablo's too good and the Royals are too bad. So I love the value. I thought it'd be over 6.5 at like minus 130. So I love the plus 125 value. All right, so that's what we got. That's bet number one. He is also coming off his worst outing, 83 pitches, didn't pitch well. Every other game he's been really good, but I think that works in his benefit. He's motivated this game, didn't throw as many. He should be rested, ready to roll to dominate this Royals offense. All right, that's bet number one. Let's move on to the second game. All right, let's go. It's my boys, the Seattle Mariners versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Blue Jays money line minus 115. Mariners money line minus 105. Over under of 8.5 runs. Hey, Blue Jay fans, do you remember the Mariners last year? How we swept you guys in the playoffs? Oh man, did that feel good? Sorry, I got to rub it in. The Toronto fans take over Seattle's stadium every time we play the Blue Jays at home. So, anyways, here we go for this game. Luis Castillo on the mound, as elite as it gets. 1.5 ERA, 2.56 expected ERA, a 30.4% K rate. He strikes out a ton of guys. He has a nasty fastball that moves, a slider, and a changeup that are just almost unhittable. It's unbelievable. He's going against Alek Manoah. He's supposed to be the ace of this Blue Jays team, but he is far from it. He's maybe one of their worst pitchers. He has a 5.13 ERA and almost a 6 ERA expected right now this year. He's just not the same guy. If you look at advanced analytics, his pitches just aren't moving the same. His fastball is more flat, and his other pitches just are not doing what they used to do last year. So he'll probably figure it out at some point, but right now he hasn't had many good games at all. Hard contact rate is now up to 28.9% compared to 21.6 last year. K rate, it's now down to 17.4% from 23% last year. You can see there's a ton of drop off in a lot of things for him. Luis Castillo is by far the better pitcher. No one's going to argue that. Right now, he is by far the better pitcher. Yes, the Blue Jays have an advantage with their lineup, but I think Castillo can hold down the fort. My best bet in this game is the Mariners' first 5 money line at plus 100. It is great value for a much better pitcher in this game. I got to take it, and no bullpens are allowed in this game, at least my bet. So there we go. Mariners first 5 money line. Let's move on to the next bet. All right, here we go. Game number 3, the Atlanta Braves. I know. I'm mad at them too still, but we're going to go with it. Versus the New York Mets. Braves minus 140 on the money line. Mets plus 120. Over under of only 7.5 in this game. I got a best bet. It's a team total. Braves team total over 4 at minus 114. That means a 4 is a push. The only way we lose is if they get 3 or less. They are going against David Peterson, a lefty for the Mets, guys. He has given up 21 earned runs in 25.2 innings, 7.36 ERA. It's not pretty. He just gave up 7 runs to the Giants. We've talked about the Giants before. They are horrendous against lefties, and he just gave up 7 runs to them. The Braves, third in WRC plus versus lefties, third in OPS versus lefties, and the second highest batting average versus lefties. This is a dream matchup. I don't know how I'm getting 4 at almost even money. I will take it all day long. Braves team total over 4 at minus 114. Lock that in. Again, no bullpens in this game. Gotta love it. All right, let's move on to the final game. All right, here we go. The fourth bet, the Cubs at the Marlins. Before I dive into this, smash that like button. Thank you guys for the support. I appreciate it. This is the last game before we get to that Friday parlay. All right, Cubs money line minus 120. Marlins money line plus 100. Over under of 7.5 runs. I'm doing a same game parlay this game, and I'm going to give it to you right at the beginning. Marcus Stroman 5+ Ks and Nico Horner 1+ hit. Put those together at plus 106. Now let's break this down. Stroman 5+ Ks, guys. He is facing the Marlins. We already talked about this. They have the 8th highest K percentage versus righties. Stroman only has had one good matchup, which means one team he's faced this year has had a top 10 strikeout rate versus righties. So this is a great matchup for him. He has 5+ Ks in all 5 starts. I know a couple of them are exactly 5. So the line is over 5.5. I just took it down one, just in case you guys are wondering how I got 5. I took it down one for this parlay. I think Stroman gets 5+ again for a sixth straight time. Sorry. And then the other part, it's just to reduce the juice. Nico Horner 1+ hit. If you don't know this guy, he's hitting like 340 this year for the Cubs. He has had 1+ hit in 20 of his 24 games this year. Knock on wood. Don't screw me over, Nico. Like I said, he's hitting 340. This is just a juice reducer. I just need one hit. That's it. One hit. Marcus Stroman, 5+ Ks. Put that together, plus 106. And again, no bullpens are needed. Isn't that beautiful? All right, it's time. Pop the champagne bottle. Here we go. Friday parlay. Let's go. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can hit the second Friday parlay in a row. This is a juicy one at plus 452. First leg, over 8.5 between the Cardinals and the Dodgers. First, we got good weather in this game, so that's a good start. We got two good offenses. The Cardinals and the Dodgers can both hit. Jack Flaherty's on the mound for the Cardinals. Guys, he is due for some regression. He has a wild 17% walk rate. That's as bad as it gets in the major leagues. And the Dodgers, you don't want to walk a ton of their hitters because they're going to hit them home. Let's see. We got Dustin May on the other side. 7 earned runs in the last 11 innings. He started out hot. He is a good pitcher. I'm not sitting here saying he's not. He started out hot in his first 3 games. Like I said, 7 runs in the last 11 innings. The Cardinals are in the top half of the league versus right-handed pitching, and the Dodgers against righties, which is Jack Flaherty, 4th in WRC plus and 3rd in OPS versus righties. These are two offenses that are very capable of hitting this other pitcher, and I just love it. Like I said, Jack Flaherty's just been lucky. I mean, he has an expected ERA of like 5.5 right now. So I love the over 8.5 as the first leg. The second part, Rays money line. It's the Rays, guys, right? We got to do it. Zach Eflin, 2.81 ERA. He's given up 5 earned runs in 16 innings. And he gave up 1 earned run in 5 innings versus this team last time. So I like it. The White Sox are just a struggle bus right now, to be honest. Lucas Giolito, 4.5 ERA. There's just no contest in this game, to be honest. I'm surprised the odds aren't higher, but the Rays have the better starting pitcher, the better bullpen, the better defense, and the much better lineup. The Rays hit righties as good as anyone else in the league. Rays money line, second leg. Third leg, Twins minus 1.5. These last two are the only ones that might include some bullpens. I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't avoid it. Twins minus 1.5. I don't remember the exact number, but the Twins, like 13 of their last 15 wins versus the Royals have been by 2 or more runs. I mean, they dominate this team. They just dominated them again yesterday. They should win easy. It's Pablo Lopez, guys. I mean, he's the much better pitcher. They should crush the Royals in this game. And that's really all there is. I mean, minus 2.5 might even be a good option. But for this parlay, Twins minus 1.5, Rays money line, over 8.5, Cardinals and Dodgers. Let's see if we can make that happen at plus 452. Man, 4 bets, hitter pitcher matchups, Friday parlay. Whoo, baby, big show. Let's go to the bets recap page. Here we go. Pablo Lopez over 6.5 Ks at plus 125. My Mariners first 5 money line at plus 100, no bias. Braves team total over 4 at minus 114. Marcus Stroman 5+ Ks and Nico Horner 1+ hit at plus 106. That's right, plus money on 3 of those 4, and then the big plus money for the Friday parlay. Over 8.5 Cardinals and Dodgers. Rays money line, Twins minus 1.5. Obviously, if you want to play it safe, you go Twins money line or adjust whatever you want to do. But that's just the parlay we're gonna roll with. We did it. That was fun. Thank you guys for all the support. I hope you guys all have a great Friday. Enjoy the weekend, and we'll be back. Talk to you guys later.